Are you finding yourself always in relationships falling in love with someone's potential instead of actually seeing how they are showing up for you in your reality? If this is you, lean in, listen up. I'm going to share with you some tips that will help you break this pattern and take your power back. First and foremost, you have to be willing to detach from the fantasy in your mind. If you're falling in love with someone's potential, you're falling in love with the idea of them, the hope that one day they will be their highest potential, and that may or may not ever happen. So what you do is you keep yourself in a holding pattern, consistently settling for less than you deserve, compromising your values, and every time you settle for less than you deserve, you send a message to yourself that you are not worthy or deserving of the love or relationship you truly desire. And so you keep yourself in this holding pattern, waiting for the other person to change, which may or may not happen. And I know this is so common with old souls and empaths who feel everybody's energy, and you naturally see the light in everyone. And so you naturally do see everybody's highest potential. That is a gift. But there's also a fine line here, and I will take this a step further. I would bet that if you're resonating with this, you also fall into the trap of trying to quote unquote fix or save the other person in order to help them step into their full potential. But this need to fix or save this other person is actually wounded feminine energy that is needing this other person to change in order to reflect back what you need in order to feel lovable, worthy, and deserving. It's like saying, okay, I'm going to help fix you. I'm going to help save you. I'm going to help you step into your potential so you can finally reflect back to me what I need to feel lovable, validated, and good enough. And so women will stay in this toxic cycle for years, decades, and even a lifetime, where they're constantly looping, trying to prove their worthiness. And what you need to recognize here is that relationships are a mirror, and they are going to show up in your experience to the degree that you have met yourself. Meaning, if you are abandoning yourself, if you are abandoning your own heart, if you are compromising your own values, you're going to have relationships show up in your experience that reflect that back to you and constantly leave you feeling undervalued or unappreciated or unseen or not good enough in some way. And so you're constantly waiting for this other person to step up, but they're there to reflect back to you what you believe to be true about yourself. And the beautiful thing is that when you finally take your power back and own your worth, that other person actually has the option to rise up and meet you because you've changed your expectation of what is possible, and you have raised, which creates more space for them to rise up and meet you. Or they spin out of your experience and you have now created the space to attract someone else into your life that will match you and will be in alignment with your values. And so the last thing I want to share here is you have to be willing to see things for face value instead of always hoping for things to change. Hope is a 4-letter word in this scenario that will leave you cycling in self-sacrifice for your whole life if you let it, until you're willing to break the cycle. So if this is resonating with you, then I would love to hear from you. Let me know wherever you're listening to this if this resonated. And if you want to dive deeper into this and fully taking your power back and creating the life that you love and fully coming in alignment with your values and elevating your standards, I have a membership called Embody The Empress that you can get instant access to. Just drop the word embody wherever you're listening to this, and I will get you the link with all the details. Until next time, namaste.